Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from the Daily Signal dated March 14th, and it is entitled "Reporter Leaves Out Key Facts in Hit Piece on Libs of TikTok." So, if you didn't notice, the left is going after libs of TikTok again, and this is her, Chaya Raichik, and it says coming from a Vice News thing, or it says last fall. Okay, but yeah, there's more stuff coming out about this because God forbid, she exposed the thing these leftists are doing to our children and all that stuff. But let's go through this and see what it actually is, because for some reason I'm having trouble remembering the exact details of the story, but the article should tell us. This Vice News published a story last fall asserting that Libs of TikTok, the popular social media account run by Chaya Raichik, was responsible for a rise in school bomb threats. That's what it was, right? Yeah, they kind of linked her to something when it was even this is what it's going to. I'm going to spoil it right now, but we'll get into details. It was something where this reporter reached out to, I think it was the Oklahoma school superintendent, was like, "Is she responsible for that?" And they were like, "No." She has nothing to do with it. And then the person still reported that, "Oh, no, wait, she does." Yeah, so that's not journalism, people. Just keep that in mind. So it says, the reporter, Tess Owen, wrote that bomb threats targeting schools or school districts following Liz of TikTok posts appear to be particularly ominous escalation. She then cited a disturbing pattern from 11 school districts. His newly obtained emails, released Thursday by Raichik, suggest that Owen wasn't completely truthful in her reporting. And I'd say that's an exaggeration. She was just lied. In a post on X, Libs of TikTok claimed Vice News and Owen knowingly withheld critical information about me because it didn't fit their narrative. All right, and here is her embedded tweet. I'm not going to click on it, but the link is in the description below, and you have every right to go ahead and click on it. So it says in her October 4th, 2023 story, Owen wrote, okay, so we are talking about that article. I thought this was something new for some reason. All right, I'm an idiot. So it says, Anoka Hennepin School District in Minnesota was targeted in Libs of TikTok posts on September 13th and 14th. They received a bomb threat by email on September 15th. The district's director of communications, Jim Skelly, told Vice News that it was unusual for the district to receive threats directly by email such as this one. This was the second direct threat that the district, which is Minnesota's largest, received in the last 2 years. More commonplace threats usually come from students or are made via social media and are quickly processed as non-credible by law enforcement, said Skelly. And so this lady is going to go ahead and try to blame Libs of TikTok for something she had nothing to do with. So by this lady's logic, then I guess Bernie Sanders is responsible for the congressional baseball shooting. Okay, because Bernie said some shit, and then some deranged lunatic decided, oh, I'm going to go shoot up the try to kill all the Republicans at the congressional softball game. That's the same thing that's happening here. Is some other moron decided to do something, and it's not like Libs of TikTok is posting anything inflammatory unlike Bernie Sanders. She's kind of saying, hey, this is happening there. She's posting other people's own things that they themselves are doing. And if somebody else goes and says, I'm going to do something incredibly stupid based on that, well, that's on that person. That's not on the other person who just said, oh, hey, look, this is happening there. Sorry about that. People are responsible for their own actions. And unless you can show me something that says Libs of TikTok directly said, yes, somebody should go to that place and do something about it, then, yeah, I'm sorry, your argument falls flat. As the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project obtained copies of Owens' correspondence with Anoka Hennepin School District, and Raichik released them Thursday. This is the Daily Signal's Heritage news outlet. It says Owen neglected to reveal two key details Skelly told her, according to their September 28, 2023 email exchange. It says the district did receive a threat via email on September 15th, which was quickly determined to be non-credible by law enforcement. I'd say that's kind of a big deal, when basically they got the threat and they were like, what the shit is this? And just brushed it off. There's number two, the district has no information linking this bomb threat to the Libs of TikTok messaging. Oh, there it is. This is when you go, damn. Yeah. So this woman's blaming Libs of TikTok for something that the school district themselves is saying, yeah, it has nothing to do with them. So it says, yet, despite these omissions, Owen wrote Thursday on X that I stand by my reporting and I recommend imagining a world in which email is not the only way to communicate. Okay, so she's doubling down. Okay, so what I would say is that then you shouldn't be a reporter. No one should ever hire you again. Okay, because when you are found out to be lying, brazenly lying in an article, nobody should hire you. Okay, because the first question, if I was anybody interviewing her and I was able to look this up and see, I'd say, why did you lie about that? And why are you doubling down? Why did you not come out and say, I made an error, I reported it? I mean, there's nothing wrong with apologizing. Okay, Like, people really need to figure this out instead of people going, hey, you left out these very important key details here, and then when somebody points it out to you, go like, no, I'm still right. Like, no, you're literally not. But anyway, says Owen didn't explain why she neglected to include the information Skelly provided. It's because she's a partisan. She's not a journalist. This is an activist disguised as a journalist, okay? So it says Mike Howell, the Oversight Project executive director, called Owens' story part of a coordinated media campaign which is viciously attacking Chaya Raichik. And yep, that's been happening for a couple of years now since Taylor Lorenz doxed her. I don't know who that is. Don't go look her up because just an awful person. It says, so-called journalists are implicating her in crimes and driving hate mobs her way, Howell told the Daily Signal. A major problem for them is that they're wrong, but I suspect they already know that. The emails we uncovered show that Tess Owen was clearly and directly told that the school district in question had no information linking the bomb threat to libs of TikTok. Tess Owen omitted that exculpatory evidence from her article. And this is what the Oversight Project here says, and asking her to correct reporting. She basically said to piss off because she's just an idiot. This Owen was laid off last month when Vice Media made significant personnel cuts and ceased publishing at Vice.com. Aw, that's too bad. More journalists need to lose their jobs, or so-called journalists. So this is not reporting. This is the kind of shit that pisses me off because it's like, I told you what you have the details about what happened, but you have a narrative you want to uphold. So the details, whatever. We don't need to talk about that. We have to go ahead and still make people think that libs of TikTok is the horrifying presence, which she is most assuredly not. She's responsible for these things that basically these people came out like, no, she's not. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.